Can you remember those moments in your life when you felt your most joy, most happy, felt complete and satisfied? Sometimes it could have been at a marriage, a reunion, the birth of a child. It could have been a goodbye. It could have been making love, the kind that really takes you to ecstasy. Well, I would like to think that each of us, regardless of how young or old, have experienced something like that in our lives. It is that experience or the desire for that experience that keeps us perhaps striving daily to see if we can get closer to that, because though we might have experienced that at a time, we do not experience it all the time. And we, many of us might not anticipate that that will ever happen, but it would be nice to share with it a little more often. It is that kind of idea, ladies and gentlemen, that have held me to this path of life that I have chosen for over 40 some years. I love life. I love it. And if you want to know what I mean when I say I love life, I want you to say it for yourselves. If you really love life enough to want to live even more life. And that'll be what I'm sharing with you. In these 40 years, even though we've gone through so many trials, we've gone through so many tribulations, and it seems sometimes that we might have made a step, only to find if we wait a little while, we'll find ourselves stepping back too. In America, just a part of the world, and America represents the world because the same things that happen here in America happen all over the globe, wherever humans occupy. I have heard it said, I do not know for sure, that there are some people, someplace, that just say stay out and they have no connection with. But I'm almost confident that though they might be secluded, that spirit, for some strange reason, that found this way to mess the rest of us up, didn't leave you out. Now, you might have rejected it, but you can bet your last money. I believe that it has been there. What bothers me so much in America today is that we have a group of people, one white, that has been privileged throughout America's existence, and the other black or people of color have been used and abused to the furthest extent for the benefit of white people. And white people think that they deserve to be punished. They believe that if black people ever got the gavel, that black people would deal to them what they themselves would deal to themselves. You've heard them say it oftentimes, how black people could be so comfortable having had done to them what whites did. They would usually follow that with how they wouldn't take it. They'd cut their own throat. As evident when they were selling guns to the Indians, not because they love blacks or love whites, that they love money. And my friends, this is the big thing that I have witnessed out of all this experience. The problems that we share in life is money. And the reason that money exists as a problem in life is because we, the people of the world, do not know God. And honestly, my friends, when I say that, according to the information that I have been given, we, the people of the world, do not know God. See, what has happened is this. There's a sign for those people that know God. The people that know God represent God. They stand up for God. And what they're actually doing is standing up for your joy, the happiness that I've been talking about earlier. That's what they are all about. And you're living in a world that will change or won't. But they're dealing with one now who have woke to the occasion that neither will he or she. The difference is that I don't want to say the enemy of God, but that takes away the joy, that introduces the pain and suffering, will actually kill. In other words, they will get rid of you. They do not want change. They will get rid of you if you seem to be a threat. Now, perhaps if they could just make more money off you, you could stay around. But they will kill you. That's the evidence of people who stand up for what is right and mean it. Those are the people, what you say, have given their souls to God and God's purpose. They stand up. They are like a miracle to be happening in the lives of people everywhere where they stand. They're standing up for joy and love. And the world in which they live says no way. They're standing up that you will never be homeless. They're standing up that you will never have to suffer a lack of education for any reason unless you choose not to go a certain way. They stand up assuring that you have the best everything, that you have the opportunity to become the best and to give the best, and the best is presented and you use the best for the best, and the best goes to you, the people. You suffer for nothing, your needs, your wants, and your desires. That is what people of God represent. They don't represent hate. They don't represent lying and cheating and stealing. They don't represent war and guns and just shooting up folks and being prejudiced. No, they don't represent stuff like that. They represent, that many of you, I know some of you didn't, and I'm so sorry about that, had a wonderful childhood because you could play. And you could play with anything, anywhere. You could play in mud puddles, just bouncing up, having a ball. You could have a wonderful time. And many of you can recall some kind of experience that you can say was so wonderful. Well, see, when you're free to live life, free, that's almost the joy can be equated with that childhood joy. Because bills, they don't have that anymore. Threats of war, you don't have that anymore. No, what you are doing is you are choosing what you love doing, and you're doing it. And it fits in the process of creating all of the eliminators of problems, solutions, So, ladies and gentlemen, I say this stuff to you. While white people are talking about hate, while they're threatened by black people, and some black people believe that you should be punished, but for righteousness' sake, to get things straight, punishment plays no part in that. Punishment is a tool of those who don't know the solution. The thing is to fix whatever the problem might be. Fix it. Punishing doesn't change anything. Fix it. But fixing it means you have to care. Fixing it means you got to focus. Fixing it means you got to get involved and be concerned and do what hasn't been done. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's okay, especially if you're doing it because whatever role you're playing is what gives you your greatest joy. You are all engaged in life. Everybody doing things that they love to do. And it benefits the world immensely. Well, When white people think that they would create little animosities, confusions, and bring on people like Donald Trump, who remind the people that how they used to be, and they can still be that way because he'll talk about it, and the people really don't know any better. They are really stupid according to these ways of thinking. No, no, it's not going to be like that. First of all, black people and people of color will never, ever accept the kind of cruelty that they were exposed to in the earlier years. They will never, ever allow that to happen again. And yes, they know that you have the guns, the power to kill, and stuff like that. But they also know that suffering is not just killing. Suffering is being without all that you need, want, and desire. Being without it, that's suffering. And you can bet your last money that it's not a bomb, but humanity, human beings have the ability to destroy every last one of themselves like it was nothing. And they can get angry enough to do it. And they will be driven to a point, and then they will regret it like. So what I really want to say to white people and black people, everybody wants to live. And everybody has in some way, some form or fashion abused others. And it is required that we forgive others. Why? Because we want to be forgiven for what we've done. And it is required that we cooperate and work together, utilizing the benefits that have been given to us by some might want to call it a partnership, some might want to call it our parents. Well, we're talking about an invisible power that is responsible for all the stuff that we didn't have any role in, and what we had role in as well. In partnership with that. And we're not going to be evil. We're not going to try to compete to the extent that I got 10 cars and you got a junk sitting in your yard. We're not going to compete to the extent that you got big swimming pools and you can fly anywhere in the world and I can have to catch a bus if I can afford the bus. Now, 40 years, and I find out that we are here. But I haven't stood tall enough for God. Why? What's the evidence? I'm still here. You haven't changed. The world hasn't changed. It gets worse. And I'm still here. Praise, love that I'm still here. But at the same time, still being here means I'm half-stepping. Meaning that I'm not able to, and I have failed to articulate this truth with the clarity that it could break these cushions that people have over their eyes. And I want to do that. And honestly, heck, I don't want to die. Not just yet. I don't want to be sick. No, I don't want to go through any pain and suffering. But at the same time, each day I have to, you know, that you watch these or check these videos. I know you don't watch them. I'm coming, man. Sometimes I'm coming 2 or 3 videos a day because the thoughts that are here, they are, to me, they are the grains that feeds life. And I want to share with you. I don't even know if you have time to think about stuff like this. That was a time I didn't think about stuff like this. And I'm sure you'll probably experience the same. But it's dark. It's really dark now. And everybody got power. You know, everybody is corrupt. But they still got power. Even you, the people, got power. The Republican Party and Donald Trump and those guys, they represent a certain kind of power in the United States of America as Republicans. The Democrats, Donald Trump can run over the mega side over with the Republicans, but not with the Democrats. Democrats got Joe Biden. And they got the democratic process, democracy they call it. That's another choice. And then there's a choice that what you were taught that you could experience perhaps if you live not so bad when you die. Come on. We got this. We won't think like that. If that happens, let it happen. Our thought is not about after we die. Our thought is about we have put here in these bodies on this earth during these times to shine for life, to shine for love. And wherever love isn't, it gets a chance to get a taste of it from us. It doesn't convert us. We don't become people over there praying that angels come over here and help the devil rise up and beat these other people down that we don't like. Come on. Well, when you don't know, you don't know. And who have been telling you what I'm telling you? I mean, you hear guys talking all the time. They still talking about economics. I don't talk to you about money. I talk to you about no need for money. That's what I talk to you about. I talk to you about being almost as perfect as human beings can be. That's what I talk to you about. But I realize, but it's still good. Whoa. The thing is falling down. I didn't know it would be down like this. Anyway, I think I'll let this go and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Goodbye now.